Eric Swalwell has been attacking me since I got elected, but I don't pay attention to irrelevant people. I think his track record speaks for itself, and I'm focusing on protecting and upholding my constitutional authority, of which Thomas Jefferson wrote that in the rule book.
Well, clearly mental capacity was the leading issue last night. And we've been talking about it a lot on this program leading up to the debate because we've had real doctors on the show. I mean, Ronnie Jackson was the White House physician for 14 years. He was a doctor for Presidents Bush, Trump, and Obama. And he demanded the White House answer him and tell him whether or not Joe Biden would take a drug test. What did you learn last night from that debate?
I do believe that this president is unfit to be president, but it's not just Republicans. Democrats on MSNBC, ABC, CNN, operatives, Young Turks, they were all calling for Joe Biden to step down. And I do believe that he may not be the nominee. I've said that before, and that it is very apparent that there's something in the works.
Yeah,
I think that we're in big trouble here.
How does that work? Because, first of all, they have to get Joe Biden to agree to step away. Then they've got to decide if they want Kamala Harris. They can't just bring somebody else in over Kamala Harris, right? And then, by the way, none of those candidates have polled any better against President Trump. When you look at whether it's Governor Gavin Newsom, Illinois Governor Pritzker, Michigan Governor Whitmer, or Kamala Harris, they don't poll better than Trump.
I think that this is exactly why those tapes are so important, because if these tapes come out, or if we are able to hear them, we hear that he is incompetent on those tapes, or that the transcripts have been somehow altered. What ends up happening is we could invoke the 25th Amendment, of which, to my understanding, Biden's cabinet would vote on that. But I do think after last night's performance, it's not just me, it's other Democrats are saying that he needs to step down. And again, going back to what's happening right now, I don't believe that there's any world where this November a Democrat wins because of what's happened with the economy, what's happened on foreign policy, what's happening with our military, and what's happening with our country. People want prosperity. They want to be able to put their kids to school, not have to worry about grocery bills. And right now in Joe Biden's country, everything, to include crime, is at an all-time high.
Wait, did you just say that the Biden cabinet would vote to get him out in the 25th Amendment? You said, I believe that the cabinet would vote for that?
I believe that if those tapes come out, I believe that they would have to. And I say that based on last night's performance and the outcry from Democrats, from various news outlets, from the American people at Joe Biden's performance. Maria, every single news outlet, to include many far-left bloggers, were calling for a new candidate or for him to step aside. It was a terrible performance, of which I am happy President Trump is leading. I've been supporting him, but I'm actually concerned that we have someone in the White House that is mentally incompetent to be fit as president, and our adversaries are watching. And I have one obligation, and that is to uphold my constitutional authorities, and mental fitness is a part of that.
Well, look, it's not just the mental capacity. It's also ineptitude on policy. I mean, look, this latest migrant story, the illegal migrant from Turkey who crossed into America through the San Diego border is now being accused of raping a 15-year-old girl from New York. Here's Trump last night discussing migrant crime. Watch.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women.
You know, we haven't heard specifics from this White House on all of these murders that we've been talking about. Jocelyn Nungaray, 12-year-old girl from Texas, Rachel Morin, mother of 5, Laken Riley. I mean, Congresswoman, come on, where's the response from Democrats?
They understand the crisis at hand. It has gotten so bad, Maria, that I did hear at one point that Biden was considering invoking executive action on the border. But his internal circle, I believe, told him, as they had anticipated that it somehow might affect their polling, that would backfire. But right now, what we're seeing across the nation is this is a nonpartisan issue. People want border security. And the fact that it's not just women, it's children that are being raped by these monsters that are coming here. Look, I'm for legal immigration, but when you have people coming here illegally, unvetted and unchecked, you're importing criminals that are hurting our daughters. And it is our obligation as legislators to ensure that women and children are protected. We can't continue down this path.
Well said, Congresswoman. We will watch that situation, certainly. It's good to see you this morning. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Paulina Luna, this morning in Florida.